Hello, folks. We're here today talking with Roger LaPlante. He is the Lady Falcon soccer coach at Lincoln County High School. Roger, appreciate you sitting down and talking with us a few minutes about your ladies today. You're getting ready to kick off your season. I think your first game is August 29th here against Loretta at 5:30. And wish you good luck there. I know you're going to be going to a play day this weekend over in Giles County, and hopefully the weather hopefully you'll be able to get it in. I know the weather this summer's really been an issue for all the sports that are outside and doing work. I know it's your first year coaching here at Lincoln County High School. Kind of, what's your background as far as soccer, that type thing goes?
Well, Paul, I thank you for taking the time to come out and talk to us today.
Sure.
This is going to be my 11th year of coaching. I've always worked in a club program before, with kids about 8 years old up through 16. So this is a new adventure for me, a new challenge coming into the high school. So I look forward to the challenge, and I look forward to working with all the players.
Okay. If you would, just go through your roster and tell us a little bit about the girls, their experience they've got, if they played last year, that type thing.
Well, as you can see, and we talked a little bit about, we're awful young with 9 freshmen,
right?
2 sophomores, 2 juniors, and only 3 seniors. So it's going to require a lot of leadership from the senior upperclassmen to lead these younger players that are actually stepping into high school for the first time.
Most of your freshmen do have some experience though playing club ball. You're actually familiar with some of them, aren't you?
Yes, Paul. I've coached 7 of them from about the time they were 9 years old, and they've had a lot of success coming up through the ranks. But transitioning into high school is a whole different challenge.
It's a different level. Okay.
So Sydney Fee is one of our tri-captains this year. She'll be wearing number 3, and she's a junior. Sydney's been playing since she was a freshman here at the high school, and she's got some club exposure as well. She's worked played some out of Giles County with Martin Methodist women's coach, and played a little bit locally. Jordan Dempsey's a freshman. She wears number 4.
Okay.
And this is a first for Jordan. She hasn't played soccer in a while. She's transitioned into Lincoln County High School from Riverside Christian Academy. So she's made some good strides over our training periods now, and hope to keep her on the right path moving forward. She's done a great job. Kelsey Graham will be number 5, and she's another freshman. Kelsey's been playing for me in the club ranks for about 4 years, and she'll be an outside back for us. Kelsey's made a lot of progress, but same thing, young player, first time in high school. Caitlin York will be wearing number 7. Caitlin's also a freshman, and she's at 9th grade academy from the city system. Last year was her first year of soccer at the city system, and we see Caitlin primarily playing in a forward or offensive role.
Okay.
Amy Cobb will be wearing number 9. She's another freshman, and Amy's another kid that's come up through the club ranks, and I've had her for about 4 years also. Amy will play a lot of outside midfield for us and support the defensive role from time to time, depending on the formations we're in or the needs of how the match flows.
Okay.
Jasmine Bello will wear number 25, and she's one of our 2 sophomores. Jasmine played last year as well, and she's primarily a defensive player, and I don't know exactly how many different positions she'll play on the back line. She's been working out some as an outside back and doing a pretty good job there. Kerrigan Triola is number 11, and she's one of our goalkeepers, and she'll also play a forward position. Kerrigan's also another one of the freshmen who's been playing club ball for a while, and she's primarily been a goalkeeper and a forward since she was about 9. Mackenzie Green will be wearing number 14, and she's another one of our tri-captains, and she's a senior. She's been playing for 3 years, and she's going to round out her career this year, and she's been playing some midfield for us, a little bit of forward. Not exactly sure where we're going to use her full time. With the experience she has, she brings a lot of abilities to the table, so we'll use her as we need to. Anna Barnes, number 15, she's our another senior and our final tri-captain. Anna's one of the leaders on the team, really accomplished in her game, and she's doing a great job down there with her leadership. A lot of the younger girls look up to her, as well as the other tri-captains. So Anna kind of plays all around for us. We're excited to see her senior year and how she pans out there. So excited about that piece.
She was pretty strong last year in a defensive role, I think. Mainly was predominantly where she was working. But you expect her to see her more on the offensive mind this year?
Well, Paul, that's a good question. If I could answer that now, we'd be further ahead of than just sitting here prior to our first game. But what I see from Anna in my initial exposure to her, she's got a great ability to get forward from the outside back / defensive role.
Okay.
A lot of these freshmen coming in were kind of heavy on the defensive end. So we're hoping Anna can help us maybe from a midfield role, getting forward from an outside position, or maybe even some striker up top in the middle as a target forward potentially to utilize some of her athleticism and speed and experience. So she's going to play a big role for us. She'll be a key contributor to our season.
Okay.
Haley McGee is wearing number 30, and she's one of our other junior. I think Haley played last year as well. I'm not sure. But Haley's done a good job. She's played some forward and some back for us out here early in the season. And Haley's one of those players that's kind of a wild card. She's got a good knack to finish around the goal, but doesn't always seem as comfortable up front as she does in the back. So we look forward to working with her throughout the season and watching her progress and see where she fits in the best to support the team. Sophie Roble is wearing number 29, and Sophie's an interesting story. She's an exchange student. So she's in town from Germany, and she's just at her third practice right now.
In town from Germany.
In town from Germany. Quite a trip, sir, yes. And so with Sophie, she told us the other night, it's a lot warmer here than in Germany.
Yeah, probably humidity is a substantial part of that heat.
And so she's struggling a little bit with that early on. Our understanding is she's got a lot of training as goalkeeper.
Okay. And she does have some soccer background.
She does. She's told us she's trained as a goalkeeper, does not have a lot of field playing experience. So we don't have enough exposure to really make a read on her yet. We've had 2 practices with her, and they were both wet and weather shortened. So we'll learn more about her as the season progresses.
Sure.
Ashley Yatsko will be wearing number 22, and she's another freshman. Ashley's primarily a goalkeeper. She can play some field, outside midfield role, a little bit of attacking position also if need be. We see her playing a lot of time between the pipes this year. Ashley's done a great job in really focusing on the technical aspects of becoming a goalkeeper, and we think she'll bring a lot of value to the program in that position this year.
Okay.
Darian Norman is a sophomore, and she'll be wearing number 23. We look for a heavy contribution from Darian this year. She's a veteran. She played and started as a freshman last year. And we look for her to probably be playing a stopper role or potentially a defensive midfield role. She's a strong player with a lot of strengths physically, and we like that physical presence in the middle of the field to potentially bring a little bit of intimidation and slow folks down.
She'll put the hammer down.
She does have the ability to do that for
She'll
sure.
put the hammer down. I've seen it firsthand.
Carly Fee will be wearing number 24, and she's another freshman. And right now it looks like Carly's probably going to be one of our biggest offensive threats. She's done a real good job in the season up to this part in the preseason, settling into a midfield role, primarily an attacking midfielder. And it's doing a real good job working in with the senior players, the veterans, and being able to distribute the ball and communicate well with them. And she's helped a lot to seem to get the attack flowing forward. So we're anxious to see what she can do when it gets match time. Lauren Bradley will be wearing number 28, and she's another freshman. It looks like right now Lauren's kind of settled into the sweeper role for us, as we're going to play a diamond back line this year. And Lauren's another one of those big bodies, and hopefully we can put that physical presence in there. She's about 6 foot tall right now, so between her and Darian, we hope we've got some muscle there in the center to slow folks down coming in there.
Now, when you say, kind of explain to people a diamond back line, using that phrase, what that means in soccer terms.
Well, essentially, Paul, what that means is we're going to play with 2 outside defenders, and then there will be one up on top of them that'll split them in the middle, and then one behind those 2 that'll be in front of the goal, essentially making a diamond shape. And that gives you a little bit more flexibility in the back line, or at least in my opinion, to attack a little more with your outside midfielders, but still have some coverage in the middle. And you can also push your stopper, which is the front piece of that diamond, forward to support that midfield role if they get caught a little bit high, or if there's a gap that needs to be filled to help keep a ball in the zone, in the offensive zone. And rounding it out is Mariah Carrillo. She's another freshman. She'll be wearing number 20. Mariah's got some good soccer experience. She's played in Alabama some, and some club ball in Tennessee as well. and she's settled into an outside midfield and an attacking role. She's got a lot of speed on Mariah. She's got some good footwork, so we're excited to see if she can help us bring some attack from the outside.
Okay.
And but I think the big piece is, they've all just really worked well together. Coach Susan and myself were a little concerned of how everything would flow with all the freshmen coming in and the lower numbers of veteran players. But so far, everything seems to be gelling well, and we think the girls are working well together.
Okay. Who's your speedster on the team? Do you have anybody really in the attack mode that's standing out that's going to be pushing the ball up the field?
Well, Paul, I think we're one of them teams. We're going to be a little more of a possession team. We don't have that over the top, we're going to beat you to the ball team. We're going to have to possess the ball and break a piece of the field down at a time and move into it and attack that way. We've got overall decent team speed, but we don't have that track star. Okay. I would say probably Mariah Carrillo and Carly Fee and probably Jordan Dempsey are our best overall runners.
Okay.
So we're going to look to them a lot to chew up some space with the ball.
Okay.
And hopefully we can possess and get ourselves inside that way. And again, as we said a little earlier, Anna Barnes has got some good speed as well. So we think we've got enough team speed. If we can possess the ball and maintain it through there, we'll be able to get through some back lines and find some success.
Okay. Now, I don't know how familiar you are with the district. We're in District 8 AAA. It's made up of Lawrenceburg, Columbia, Shelbyville, Tullahoma, Franklin County, and now Coffee County is back in the mix in the realignment. Do you know kind of on the front end who's the heavily favored in the district to be a strong team, who's got a lot coming back? I know it's your first year working with the program, so.
Being my first year, yeah, Paul, I've had to do some homework to look into things and see where they are. But from my exposure to soccer in Middle Tennessee, and I know where there's a lot of kids that are playing soccer more than just high school, they're looking at the club ball afterwards. They're getting a lot of exposure. And so I expect Tullahoma to be a front runner. I expect probably Columbia to be a front runner.
Okay.
I think those will be the biggest challenges, and you can never really count Shelbyville out. They've got a great soccer presence up there. I think those are probably the three teams to beat with, but you probably expect good strength through everyone. Probably going to see a real competitive
Quite a
season.
bit of balance. It's a lot of apples for apples situation. Of course, your youth. I know you've got several freshmen, but probably some of those girls have actually competed against other players in the district playing in club ball, that type of thing. It's not like they're totally unfamiliar with it because they're soccer's a sport now that goes on year round. It's not just involved in the season here at Lincoln County High School.
Yeah, that's a good point, Paul. I mean, we are young with 8 freshmen and only 2 sophomores. We've got a young crew, but we've got some good experience down here. A lot of kids that are playing soccer probably 8-9 months a year, not just the freshmen, but some of the upperclassmen as well. The big challenge is going to be is how are those younger kids going to handle to the physicality of the play and the speed of the play playing with those older kids. And so that's when we're going to have to lean hard on our veterans and our senior leadership to help pull them through that. But we're confident we can be competitive, and we look forward to the challenge. And I mean, there's no doubt we definitely are young, but we'll do the best we can with what we have.
Are you kids in pretty good shape? Do you feel good about the condition? I know we've had a abnormally wet summer, and that's probably affected this program and the other programs as well. But as a whole, can the girls run for?
I think we're getting there.
Full halves.
We're definitely not in full soccer shape yet, but we had them on a summer workout program during dead period, and they seem to be pretty responsive and accountable for that. We went through a week of 2-a-days with them. We trained in the mornings and in the afternoons. One session was all physical training and conditioning, and we're working them pretty hard out here. So we like to think we'll be there by the 29th.
Okay. Well, that sounds great. Folks, come out and support these ladies. Their games are played in the afternoons. There's not lights down here on the field. And most of the varsity games will get underway at 5:30. And their season opener again is August 29th against Loretta. And we invite everybody to come out and support the Lady Falcons.